Have you ever wondered how to build a successful podcast brand that resonates with your audience? In this digital age, podcasting has become an essential tool for communicating ideas, stories, and perspectives. A successful podcast brand can have an enormous reach, crossing borders and cultures, influencing the thoughts and opinions of millions. It's not just about recording and broadcasting, it's about creating a brand that people can connect with, that stands out in the sea of digital content. So how do we build a successful podcast brand? Let's dive into it. The first step in establishing a powerful podcast brand is creating a compelling logo. Why is a logo so important, you might ask? Well, imagine your logo as the front door to your podcast. It's the first thing people see, and it sets the tone for what they can expect once they step inside. It's a visual representation of your podcast's theme, its personality, and its content. A well-designed logo can be a beacon, drawing in your target audience and helping to build brand recognition. Creating a logo that truly encapsulates your podcast takes thought, creativity, and a keen understanding of your audience. You'll want to consider key elements such as color, typography, and imagery. The colors should evoke the right emotions. The typography should be legible and appealing. And the imagery, if used, should be relevant to your podcast's theme. Now, you might be thinking, I'm a podcaster, not a designer, and that's okay. There are professional design tools available that can help you create an impactful logo. Tools like Adobe Illustrator or Canva are user-friendly and offer a wide range of templates to get you started. And if designing isn't your forte at all, consider hiring a professional designer. They have the expertise to translate your ideas into a visually captivating logo that speaks volumes about your podcast. Remember, your logo is the face of your podcast, so make it memorable and reflective of your brand. Now that you have a captivating logo, it's time to ensure consistency across all platforms. In the realm of podcasting, brand consistency is a powerful tool. It's the secret ingredient that helps your audience feel a sense of familiarity and connection with your brand. But what does brand consistency actually mean? It's more than just using the same logo everywhere. It's about creating a unified brand experience across all platforms where your podcast is available. Imagine your brand as a person. This person should have the same look, the same voice, and the same personality, whether they're at a formal dinner, a casual brunch, or a beach party. The same goes for your podcast brand. It should look and feel the same, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your own website. So how can you maintain brand consistency? First, use your logo everywhere. It's your brand's face, and it should be instantly recognizable. Make sure it's displayed prominently wherever your podcast is available. Next, consider your color scheme. Colors evoke emotions, and the right colors can help your audience connect with your brand on a deeper level. Choose a color scheme that reflects your brand's personality and use it consistently across all platforms. Then, there's your tone of voice. This isn't about the sound of your voice, but rather the way you communicate with your audience. Are you formal and authoritative or casual and friendly? Whatever your tone, keep it consistent. Your audience should feel like they're interacting with the same brand, no matter where they find you. Finally, consider all the small details, the fonts you use, the style of your images, the way you format your show notes. All these elements contribute to your brand's overall look and feel. Pay attention to them and make sure they're consistent across all platforms. So there you have it. Consistency is not just about repetition. It's a strategic approach to building a memorable and recognizable brand. Remember, consistency is key. It helps your audience recognize your brand instantly, no matter where they find you. With a captivating logo and consistent branding, you're well on your way to a successful podcast brand. But how do you increase brand recognition? Well, there are several strategies you can employ to get your brand out there and into the ears of your potential audience. First and foremost, social media marketing is a powerful tool. It's a fantastic way to connect with your audience, share behind-the-scenes content, or tease upcoming episodes. Platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram can be particularly effective as they allow you to engage with your audience in real time, fostering a sense of community around your brand. But don't just stop at social media. Consider collaborations with other podcasters. This can be a win-win situation. You get to tap into their audience, and they get to tap into yours. It's all about expanding your reach and introducing your podcast to new listeners who might not have found you otherwise. And speaking of listeners, never underestimate the power of listener engagement. Encourage your listeners to leave reviews, share their favorite episodes, or engage with you on social media. This not only helps increase your visibility, but also fosters a sense of community and loyalty among your listeners. Now, while marketing strategies are essential, nothing beats the importance of quality content. Your podcast needs to offer something of value to your listeners, whether it's entertaining, educational, or simply a comforting voice to listen to. Make sure your content is something your audience wants and needs. Also, regular updates are key. If your audience knows they can expect a new episode from you every week, they're more likely to stick around. Consistency not only helps build trust with your audience, but also keeps your podcast fresh in their minds. Remember, building a successful podcast brand doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, consistency, and strategic planning. But with these tips, you're well on your way to creating a podcast brand that resonates with your audience